Good morning, dear students. Today we will learn about distance time graph. We know all experiments, measurements give a lot of data. To use such data for scientific analysis, it should be condensed and arranged in a tabular manner. The data can be arranged mainly in two ways: in tabular form, in graphical form. Here, in this topic, I will describe about graphical method for distance time graph. Firstly, you should know what is distance time. The geometrical relationship between the distance traveled by a body and the time taken is called distance time graph. There are three types of graph. Number one is bar graph, number two pie chart, number three line graph. So we can say graphical representation of data means we can represent the data in pictorial form by these three ways: by bar graph, by pie chart, and number three is line graph. Line graph are drawn on specially designed paper called graph paper. The whole graph sheet is divided into squares of 1 centimeter side. Each side of such square is further subdivided into millimeters. The lines showing millimeters marking are generally light in color. How we draw the graph? Firstly, you should know we have to draw two straight lines at right angles to each other in the middle of the graph sheet. These lines represent the x-axis and y-axis. As you can see in this diagram, the lower one is the x-axis and the upper one is the y-axis. The point of intersection of the two axes is called origin. The origin is generally represented by O. All positive quantities are plotted on the right and upward of the origin, and all the negative quantities are plotted on the left and downwards. The independent quantity is plotted along the horizontal axis generally, because we know time is independent, so generally we draw the time on the x-axis and the distance on the y-axis, and the dependent quantity is plotted on the vertical axis, that is y-axis. The quantities to be plotted on a graph paper are generally much larger than the graph sheet. So for each axis, a convenient scale is chosen such that the line or curve should cover the graph sheet appropriately. For example, if a car is moving, we can choose 1 centimeter on an x-axis for 1 hour or 1 minute, or and 1 centimeter on y-axis for 1 kilometer. Thus, the two axes are marked according to the scale. Now there are three types of graph, as I have told you: bar graph, pie chart, and line graph. In this diagram or in this slide, this one is the bar graph. When we represent the data in the form of the bar, that is called bar graph. A typical bar graph between the favorite color and the number of students is given here. Here you can see favorite color are drawn on the x-axis, that is red, blue, green, black and pink, and on the y-axis number of students are given who prefer these colors. As you can see, maximum students in between 20 to 25 students prefer red color. In the same way, 15 students like blue color. So bar graph gives a lot of information about the people or about the data. Now the second type of graph, as you can see in this slide, are the pie chart and the line chart. So pie graph and line graph. So we can also represent the data in this way. Here is shown the pie graph of different gases present in air. As you can see, the maximum amount of nitrogen is in the air, that is 78%. So the maximum part of this pie chart is covered by nitrogen gas. 21 is oxygen, and rest of 1% is carbon dioxide, other gases and water vapor. So we can draw such type of pie graph also. In the same way, we can also draw the line graph as shown in the next diagram. Here is given age in year, that is on the x-axis, and weight in kilogram is given on the y-axis. So according to this, by reading this graph, we come to know that this year people have such weight. So we can say all these types of three graph give a very important information about the data. Now here are shown certain distance time graph. As you can see in this diagram, time is given in minutes on the x-axis and distance is given in meter on the y-axis. Here what is shown in this, that this is a distance time graph for a body at rest, and when any object is at rest it shows a straight line graph parallel to the x-axis, because as we know, when any object is at rest then time is increasing but the position of the object is not changing. So distance is not changing, only the time is increasing. So such type of graph shows that the object is at rest. Now there is another line graph. As you can see in this diagram here, this graph is about the this is a distance time graph for a body in uniform motion. Here, as time is increasing, what is uniform motion? When any object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, that is called uniform motion. Here the object, or we can say vehicle, is covering equal distance in equal intervals of time. So when the distance time graph gives a straight line, it means it is representing the uniform motion. Here x-axis 10 small squares are equal to 1 second, and on y-axis 10 small squares are equal to 10 meters. So in this way we can draw the line graph, and this is representing the distance time graph for a body in uniform motion. Now this is the next graph. This is also representing the distance time graph for two objects, that is A and B, which are moving with uniform speeds. Here what you can interpret from this graph, here we can see clearly that object A is moving faster than object B. So such type of information we can collect from such type of graph. So this line graph clearly represent that the speed of A is much higher than B, and both A and B are moving with uniform motion. Now next graph is, as you can see, this is the distance time graph for a body moving with an increasing non-uniform speed, is a rising curve. Here as we can say, what is uniform motion? When the object is not moving with a constant speed, it means when the object is covering unequal distance in equal intervals of time, that is called non-uniform motion. From this graph we clearly come to know that the object is moving with an increasing non-uniform speed. It means the speed of the object is increasing non-uniformly. So this distance time graph tells about the increasing non-uniform motion of the object. Now this is reverse to the previous one. Here this is the distance time graph for a body moving with a decreasing non-uniform speed. Here again we can see the object is covering unequal distance in equal intervals of time, and the speed of the object is decreasing continuously. So that's why it is curved downwards. So in this way we can study different types of distance time graph, and we come to know that what type of situation of that object is at that time. So these we can draw distance time graph for different situations, like when the object is at rest, when the object is moving with uniform speed, or when the object is moving with non-uniform speed. Thank you very much.